What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Reports and my squeaky chair. Um, Today I got a game against Red. His name is Chris, actually, and his Chaos Army. I actually fought them before. He is the two-headed dragon, but it's a rematch. He wanted to go 3,000 points, play a big game, and I was like, "Fuck it, bring it. Let's see what 3,000 points can bring the Orcs and Goblins here." So I came with a different list than I've been using the last couple months or so. So you'll see. For him, oh, gotta mention, he had a whole um, like 30 or 40 warriors that he had that were plastic models that had a shitty paint job. So he decided he was going to go and try to get the paint removed, and he used some stuff, and he literally melted like 40 Chaos Warriors and Chaos Knights into like one massive ball of goo. So all these units you see here, they're demons, but we're just proxying them for warriors. So here's a bunch of warriors with extra hand weapons. Here's some skull crushers here, and then he has a big block here of more warriors, and that guy in the front will be the hero or BSB, I believe it is, and then another block of warriors. He has these three guys over here. They're going to act as trolls, and then he has his general here with the Chaos Twin-Headed Dragon. He does have a BSB right in the middle on a demonic mount, so that's there, or whatever it is. I think it's demonic mount. I forgot what they're called. This is a level 2 wizard, and he also has a level 4 right here. That is basically his army. His level 4 is his demon prince, and yeah, that's about it. For my army, I got my spear chucker here. I got my Arachnarok spider, my big boy. I got a Mangler Squig. Right next to the Mangler Squig, you can see that there's a unit of Night Goblins with bows, about 20 of them. Got a big unit of 6 trolls, and then behind the trolls, you could barely see it, but there's a Doom Diver back there. I got a unit of... Okay, so on the left, you see I have about 15 Cave Squigs with Herders. I also have a Doom Diver back there, but that giant line, those are going to be Spider Riders. Even though they're wolves, we're proxying them for until I get my Spider Riders. But then I also have right in the middle Gorbad Ironclaw. He's the boss of the bosses of the Greenskin. To the left side, I have Lord Chickenhead. Now, usually I have Lord Chickenhead go around solo fighting stuff, but in this game, he doesn't have any war machines. I mean, in all fairness, I probably could have had Chickenhead go hunt down the level 2, but yeah, no, I just put him in this unit because he didn't really have any other purpose. And then on the right side, that is my new recruit. That is Paco. Paco is a lord with a great weapon, but he has the Crown of Command, which makes Gorbad's unit stubborn. So that's Paco. Over here is another spear chucker, and then over in between the spear chucker, or next to the spear chucker, I guess, would be the rock lava. There we go, the rock lava, and then next to the rock lava we have my level 4. Here's a clearer picture. My level 4 on the wolf. He's Lore of Undeath, and then next to him, I believe I took a level 4 with the Big Wog. Even though it's Wurzag's model on a board, it's just going to be a Savage Shaman on a board. And then we have another unit of 20 Night Goblins with Fanatics, of course. I have a big block here of, I want to say like 26-ish Savage Orcs, Biggins, and I believe that's it. So now for Magic, we have my level 4, he got the Dark Riders, he got Abyssal Swarm, of course he took Grave Call, and then I believe he took the Harbinger. My other level 4, he has the Hand of Gork, Foot of Gork, here we go, and Gaze of Mork. As for my opponent, he has a level 2 Death and a level 4, I forgot which his other lore was, we'll figure it out in a minute. But yeah, he won the roll-off. It's going to be Chaos turn 1. He's going to move up his BSB's unit with the Juggernauts over here. We actually said you could go through that terrain. You just can't go through the rock part of it, obviously, but you could go through the center of it if you really want to. And then he's going to go ahead and move his warriors onto this side over here. He's going to go ahead and move all his guys just up a little bit. and he starts to move his wizard, his level 2 wizard, up into that tower, which I said it's fine, he could climb up to the windows if he wants. Magic phase, he got 3 power dice, which really doesn't do much. And as you can see, actually I don't even think that is the magic phase. It might be the magic phase, he might have just got it prematurely. Anyways, his trolls move up, his demon prince moves up, and his, like I said, his level 2 is just chilling in the window over here. His dragon moves up this way, which I see it as a pro and a con. I understand he's moving his dragon out here. It kind of forces me to rethink like my directions, but at the same time, his general is way too far from all his guys. That was not his magic phase. That was just a random 3 on a dice. I don't know what that's for. Anyways, his magic phase, he got 6 power dice, and he's gonna go ahead and do it's like the blue flame of Tzeentch onto my spear chucka. It hits it, it only does 1 wound. Yeah, I was right, blue fire of Tzeentch. As for that was pretty much his turn. He doesn't have any shooting, he doesn't have anything else for magic. Anything else he did do, I pretty much stopped it. So we're gonna go ahead and go into Orcs and Goblins turn 1. As you can see right now, all those green dice, that was my animosity rolls. They were everywhere. And I don't believe anybody failed animosity, so I'm pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and move my Mangler up. There was no charges. I'm going to move my Mangler up towards his unit of warriors. And then I pretty much moved my Savage Orcs into the forest. They're just kind of going through. I believe it was a normal forest on my side. As for my wizards here, I'm moving one back further, one up a little bit. I'm pretty much moving my whole unit over. I'm like, if you could see, so I kind of left the savages and the squigs on this side, on the right side of the giant thing obstruction in the middle. I moved Gorbad to the left because I figure his general's over there, my general should be over there as well. And the trolls are kind of blocked by the night goblins at the moment. So pretty much that's how I move. I moved the Ragnarok up and over that building, or over the rocks. Magic phase, I got 9 power dice, and I throw out I believe 5 dice onto Dark Riders. I got it off, and sure enough, here goes some Black Knights with the flaming banner. If you guys have a problem with that, please show me where it says I can't take the upgrade of a flaming banner. I'm just curious. I just didn't take a champ, or I didn't take a musician or a champ, I don't think, but whatever. Anyway, so I put them up behind this unit of night goblins, basically because the trolls are on this side, and that's reaching the 12-inch mark right there. I wish I could get them in front of the goblins and just have them there. And I know I could have took hex wraiths, but at the same time, I really wanted to pull out the Black Knights. Throw 5 more dice onto the foot of Gork, and I know I probably got I probably had a channel for that, but anyways, I throw 5 more dice onto the foot of Gork, and I believe he uses his Dispel Scroll and gets rid of it with this guy. Yep. So shooting phase, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot with the Spear Chucker here. It does nothing. I throw both Doom Divers into this unit over here. I believe I was actually aiming at the left unit. They both have the mark on Nurgle, by the way. First one gets a direct hit. It was the right unit. Second one gets a direct hit, and they only do 3. So they only kill 3 guys, which isn't much. This big block of 20 night goblins, they're going to go ahead and shoot at the dragon or the rider, and they end up doing a wound onto, I believe, the dragon itself. And that's pretty much it. Nobody's in close combat. We're going to go ahead and start with Chaos turn 2 now. Chaos turn 2. He charges his big beastie right into my Spear Chaka. He's going to go ahead and charge his BSB unit right into the side flank of my Ragnarok, and he's going to charge his flamers over here into, or flamers, his warriors over here into my Ragnarok, and he's definitely going to try to charge his Nurgle guys, which is more warriors, into my Savage Orcs, but my Savage Orcs are exactly like 16 inches or 15 inches, so it's a long charge for him. And then he's going to go ahead and try to do all the warriors in. He also is going to try to charge with his Demon Prince into my Night Goblins. And I believe that's all the charges. He's doing a lot of freaking charges. This guy connects in, of course. His warriors connect in, but they have to turn to wheel to get the Arachnarok, and he hits the Mangler. Kills the Mangler, of course, but the Mangler took out like a massive chunk of them. Look at this. The Mangler took out pretty much, I mean, I think that unit was like 20 to 25 strong, and he literally just left 6 guys there left. That's crazy. But of course the Mangler dies. And then he gets these guys into the side flank here. He moved his general just in range, not his general, his demon prince just in range for me to release the fanatics. I'm sorry. Actually, I think it is a general. When the general charged with the spear chucker, it was either when the general charged with the spear chucker or when the BSB came into the side flank of the Arachnarok. It let 8 inches in, and I decided to just suicide my fanatics into the wall, just due to the fact that I don't want them running around and killing like Gorbad's unit or something like that. So sure, no, it was these guys. Yeah, you can see how close they are. So sure enough, his guys are in. Over here, these guys both fail their charges, I believe. Yep, they both fail. And then over here, his demon prince charging into the night goblins. That causes them to release their fanatics. And when they release their fanatics, I'm going to toss them all into him. As you can see, he's pretty much in the terrain anyways, so I really can't get him, but there's like one tip sticking out, so I throw my fanatic into that. It hits him, but it dies inside the rocks and ends up doing 2 damage, and then he just finishes his charge by flying over my guys. And I did 2 wounds onto him, so that's good. Magic phase, he gets 6 power dice, and I believe I might have stopped him this whole turn on magic. Sure enough, he's going to go to close combat. His dragon and his general just eat the crap out of my spear chucker here. The general itself did 2 damage to the spear chucker, then the dragon just finished him off. As for these warriors over here, they actually end up putting 1 wound onto my guy, my Arachnarok, which is pretty impressive. Then his BSB puts on a wound. These guys all go, they put on 4 wounds, okay? Then my Arachnarok goes, kills 1 guy. The goblins on top go, and they kill nobody. And then I thunderstomp and I kill 2 more. But my Arachnarok is hurting big time, big time. It's at 6 wounds right now, out of 8. As for this fight over here, his demon prince kills off 4 of my guys, my night goblins, and thunderstomped 1 more. My night goblins failed to wound him at all. And that's going to start off Orcs and Goblins turn 2 now. So now I got to know if this is illegal or not. But basically I charged Gorbad, Paco, and Chickenhead into that BSB. I also called out the Wog right now. This is the time to call it out. And I'm going to connect there. It's easy there. I'm going to go ahead and charge the squigs into... I think charged both of them into the units here, one to the left. Or no. I both went to the one on the right because I just want to finish off 1 unit at a time. Focus fire. These guys all connect in. Both of these units connected in. And I had my spider riders, I believe, just move over this terrain by themselves. If that is illegal, let me know. I'm trying to figure out, because I never really charge out of combat like that, so if charging multiple heroes out of combat's illegal, let me know. If charging and then still moving the unit away is illegal, let me know. I moved both my shamans over towards Gorbad because on the right side there's a giant demon prince attacking everybody, so they're trying to stay safe and they move over here. As for compulsory, I forgot these guys. The fanatics, 1 rolled right into the other one and they do nothing, so they're cleared. And then I believe that might be it over here. I think the Black Knights just moved literally... I moved the Black Knights literally right into the... If he overruns my Night Goblins, he's gonna run right into the Black Knights and be tied up by them for a round or 2. Magic phase, gets 3 power dice. I channel 1 more, and I throw all 4 dice onto the foot of Gork. It goes off. He can't stop me. I go ahead and throw it on this unit that is unengaged, and I get a direct hit on the first hit. So the first one, look at how many wounds that did. Holy shit. And plus it's strength 7 right now because I have everybody in combat right now. Strength 7. It smashes a shit ton of people. Not even accounting. I'm assuming maybe like 12 to 15. And then I roll for 4, 5, or 6 to do it again, and I get a 1. which means he gets to do it to me. But you can see this is the carnage it left. Obviously they pass their panic because the BSB is right there. He's gonna go ahead and pick my trolls, and it drifts off and it misses them entirely. So I lucked out there. I'm gonna shoot both Doom Divers at the general, and I believe they either hit and do nothing. Maybe. Actually, I come back to the Doom Divers. Forget the Doom Divers for now. I go for the Rock Lava first. Rock Lava gets a direct hit, and it ends up killing off just the general. It failed to wound the dragon, but it wounded the general. The general didn't have a ward save, or he had a very weak ward save, and it multiplied the wounds, and it just killed him outright. But the guy, the dragon, lived. Now I'm going to shoot the Doom Divers. Doom Diver 1 does 1 damage. The other Doom Diver fails to wound him, I believe. As for close combat, Gorbad goes into it, or he challenges me, unfortunately, and Gorbad must accept, or he doesn't must accept. I think Paco could accept too, but you know what? This guy right here has like a 1-up armor save, even though Paco is a strength 8 right now on the charge. I think Gorbad's a better unit because he's going to be able to multiply his wounds through. This guy does have a good ward save on him, I remember that. So Gorbad goes ahead and attacks, and he only does, I believe, 1 wound. He does a, I think he does a wound to Gorbad. I'm not entirely sure. Gorbad does 2 wounds to the guy. That's what happens. But, yeah. Anyways, over here the Arachnarok kills off 1 more halberdier, whatever. His Juggernauts kill the Arachnarok. So that really sucked. I was not expecting that at all. And like I said, Gorbad put on two wounds onto this guy. I believe he might have won combat resolution because I got a charge, a BSB, and a side flank, and 2 wounds. But he did 2 wounds. He has a BSB, a banner. I don't know. I think that I might have won actually. I don't remember. Either way, he combat reforms and he faces his guys this way to face Gorbad and this unit that's attacking him, and that's about it for that turn over there. As for his warriors over here, I believe these guys have they either have hand weapon shield or extra hand weapons. They go for my savages. They kill off only 4 savages initially. My savages kill off a good chunk of guys, like probably like a good rank 5 or 6 guys, and then they lose combat resolution. They kind of got their butt kicked right there. So they're gonna overrun. They charge, and as you can see, my squigs overrun too. But they're gonna basically run. Actually, I don't think I chased the squigs on purpose. I just had the savages go alone. So savages are chasing him. Unfortunately, he got away. As for these guys over here, after they lost combat resolution from the Demon Prince, I didn't even record what happened with the Demon Prince because I knew they were gonna run anyways. But they failed big time, and they ran away 12 inches. And so when they run away, he gets away like I said, it worked exactly like I planned. He's gonna run into the black. I think he tried to avoid the Black Knights. Maybe. Yeah, he did. He didn't chase them. They just ran by themselves. Anyways, it's gonna start off Chaos turn 3. You're gonna see right now. There you go. He did not chase my my Night Goblins because he didn't want to fight the Black Knights with this guy. He wanted this guy to charge and kill those War Machines because he was afraid after he got nailed with a rock that he should just kill the Rock Lava. So he's gonna go ahead and charge into the Rock Lava. He turned his general around on the combat reform. He's gonna charge. Excuse me. He failed, or he got on the monster chart after the handler's dead. He got that the monster is frenzied and has to attack anybody who's the closest unit. So he's going straight for my goblins here, and my goblins are going to try to stand and shoot, and they fail to do anything. These 2 remaining halberdiers here, they're going to go ahead and kill off my unit of goblins and charge into them as well. And then he got his magic phase. Magic phase, he got 11 power dice. And I forgot what he does with the magic right here. I think it might have been, he had something. I don't remember. But anyways, what he did, he basically killed off my Rock Lava with his Demon Prince. As for close combat, his his guys over here with either extra hand weapons, they just took out a good chunk of my squigs. Squigs are really easy to kill, unfortunately, but you know they do a good chunk of damage when they can. And then as for his BSB with the challenge with Gorbad, Gorbad just destroyed his BSB. He did like 4 or 5 wounds onto him in this challenge, so that happened. And then these guys over here, Chickenhead put on 1 wound onto one of his Juggernauts. Paco killed off the rest of that Juggernaut, so now he's down to just 2 Juggernauts left. They're going to go ahead and run and flee. All 3 of my guys chase, and Gorbad ends up catching him and killing him. And I split up the unit, of course, because, yeah. As for, well, they were never really a unit. They just kind of all charged in separately, I guess. But as for over here, his as you can see, those 4 6s were my goblins attacking the dragon. They needed 6s to wound, and I got 4. Didn't matter, though. He passes Scaly Skin. And I believe that's it for this turn. He's going to go ahead and kill off some goblins. And is he going to kill off some goblins? I think he already did. There's 5 goblins missing. So we're going to go into Orcs and Goblins turn 3 now. This is still turn 3. Yes, it is turn 3. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and charge the Spider Riders into the side flank of those warriors that the Squigs had. The Squigs actually did a good chunk of damage there too. You can still see the dead bodies. I didn't mention it earlier. They killed off like 6 of them or so. So Spider Riders charging the side flank there. The Black Knights with the Flaming Banner are charging into the Trolls. And they're going to connect in. Everybody connects in, I think, for the most part. Magic Phase. Oh, I also reformed Gorbad and Chickenhead and everybody to face that dragon. So Magic Phase got 11 power dice, and I'm going to go ahead and throw 6 dice onto the Foot of Gork. I believe, yes. And first Foot of Gork, I throw it off over here, and it stomps. It barely tippy toes and steps on the toes of the Demon Prince. Doesn't do any damage. Okay. 4, 5, or 6 happens again. I get a 6. I'm going to try to hit him again. It falls wildly off target. 4, 5, 6, do it again. I get a 2. And nothing happens. Okay. So, shooting phase. I'm going to go ahead and shoot one of the Doom Divers. It misfires onto the Demon Prince, obviously. So then the second one gets a direct hit. The one that gets a direct hit ends up doing 5 attacks, and it fails to wound at all. So it's a lucky Demon Prince. He got a good ward save, actually. As for this fight over here, I actually charged into these guys. These guys were combat reformed on his turn. And he ends up, I only killed like 3 or 4 of them. He killed a good chunk, like 6 or 7 of my guys. And he's actually might win this combat resolution. As for over here, I mean, we literally left 1 guy on the board on this side over here. And that guy's going to run, and I'm going to chase him down with both units, and they end up killing him off. As for over here with the Flaming Banner of Black Knights, they charge in. They got lances, of course. They do 2 damage onto a troll. Trolls go and they kill off 2 of them. Black Knights, I believe I win combat resolution. They're going to run into that big pile of dead bodies, and my guys are going to chase very pathetically, might I add, and they get away. As for this fight over here, the only reason they're still there, those goblins, is because Gorbad's in range and giving them steadfast. So, and they had a rank still. So, but they lost a couple more because the dragon kills them, and the other guys kill them, and that's going to start off Chaos turn 4. Chaos turn 4, he's going to go ahead and charge. Actually, it looks like the Doom Diver did do 1 damage to the Prince, but whatever. He's going to charge the Doom Diver with the Demon Prince. Chickenhead ends up getting charged by these blue demons here. As you can see, they killed off a good chunk of them too. I don't know why my pictures are so sporadic right now. But anyways, his little warriors here, they got freed when they killed off all the units on that side, so they're going to go ahead and charge into Chickenhead. And then the Demon Prince gets in, of course. Magic Phase, he gets 5 power dice, and basically, I think he might have not done... Oh, he definitely goes for... He goes for the Purple Sun and gets it off with his level 2. And he puts it right here facing Paco, and he wants to shoot it down. And he hits Paco. He was trying to go for the trolls, and it falls I forgot how it happens. Basically falls short. After this happened, Ian walks by and he's like, "You should have just put it on the trolls. Trolls are initiative 1. They're gonna fail pretty much. You would have killed a good like 4 to 6 trolls." And we were just trying to figure it so it didn't hit his guys. He said, but more or less, I lucked out. As for this over here, the Demon Prince just kills off my Doom Diver here. And I believe that might start off my Orcs and Goblins turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 4. I forgot to mention too on the close combat. Actually, I think I might have skipped a couple pictures. I'm looking for it. Here we go. Demon Prince kills him. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I missed a whole row. Okay, so his Chaos Warriors ended up killing off 3 of my Savages. I only killed off 1 of his guys. My Chaos Warriors actually lost combat resolution because we both have banners. I think I have 1 rank on top of him, but he got 3 kills. And my guys are way out of Gorbad's range now. So I lose combat resolution and I run, and he chases me. What a twist! He actually almost caught me, but he was a couple inches away, like 2 inches off. And that would have been crazy to lose them to those guys. As for now, it's my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 4. I'm gonna have Gorbad and Paco charge into the dragon. The trolls, I believe, might be outside of Gorbad's leadership bubble, just barely, so they failed stupidity, or else I would just had them charge into the 2 guys. So sure enough, I get in on both sides with him here. I do rally the Savages, and then I have the Spider Riders come into the rear of those Halberdier guys. I don't know why I keep on calling them Halberdiers. Oh, no. The Savages did not rally. They continue to run. That sucks. Magic phase, I got 8 power dice. Nothing happens. I'm going to go ahead and shoot my Doom Diver into the Demon Prince, and I don't think anything happens again. With Chicken Head here, Chicken Head ends up... oh, no, I'm sorry. The Doom Diver flies backwards. That's what happens. That's why the Demon Prince is still there. He flies backwards, and then I roll, and I get a 6 on it backwards. I'm like, screw it, I can land right onto these guys here. So he ends up killing those 2 guys there for Chicken Head. And then Gorbad here ends up doing 2 wounds onto the dragon. Paco does another wound onto the dragon, or another 2 wounds onto the dragon. And then the dragon goes and fails to kill. Then I think the pig went, and the pigs killed the dragon. Snarla killed the dragon. Oh man, that's funny. And then yeah, I think that was it actually. That's the end of the game. It's like a turn 4. He was just like, I mean, it was a pretty fun game. It's really fun to play against these guys at the dojo. We're all just goofing off, and it's you know, and we're all, I mean, it's usually friendly games, so that's why a lot of the mistakes you see happen just happen because we don't really care. It's not super competitive here. It's the Dice Dojo, man. We're having fun. But overall, yeah, you know, he had a unit of warriors left, and by the time the trolls and Chicken Head and Gorbad come around, they would end up just destroying that remaining unit. The Demon Prince was still alive, and the level 2 was still alive, but at the same time, Chicken Head could chase down the level 2. We just basically called it. I had too many units on the board that were still healthy, and his trolls were running off the board, and I had a full block of trolls still alive, and a Ragnarok. No, the Ragnarok's dead. I'm sorry. Whatever. But yeah, overall, it's an Orcs and Goblins dominating victory right now. My MVP is definitely going to Gorbad. His leadership bubble was huge. His D3 wounds and going through armor saves was huge. He killed the BSB in the challenge. Did a lot of wounds to the dragon. And yeah, Gorbad is definitely the champ. The Foot of Gork was definitely second place, just because it took out a huge chunk of warriors. Having 2 level 4s is really cool and fun. I never get to really get games that I can have 2 level 4s. In all honesty, between Paco, Gorbad, my 2 level 4s, and Chicken Head, that was like 1,200 points in Lords. I have no heroes, so almost half of my points of this whole army is in 5 lords. That's crazy. Anyways, the War Machines did great, but yeah, still gonna give it to Gorbad. His little trophy rack on his back broke off at this game. As you can see, it's on the floor there. But either way. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video here. I am definitely going to be putting up a video very soon against me versus Todd, and then me versus Todd again in a rematch. And then I also have my Age of Sigmar game coming up soon that I will be posting up relatively maybe next week. I also have 3 games coming out this weekend, maybe more, God, and I don't know when I'm going to be making these videos for all these games. But I guess I'll have to just pull in at night and just bust all the videos out. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this, and if you haven't, like and subscribe, do so, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.